Hello and welcome back. Episode 2 of our survival at the H-Node depot. I had a heap of fun last time and I'm looking forward to what mischief we can get up to today. We were stranded here by the company, left to find our own way home. Obviously we looted the store, helping us build our first ship, which we're going to use today to start scouting the local sector for help and for any clues on how to get home to planet Earth. One of the other things we did last episode is we went and had a look at this dromedary trader. I had a look at the footage when I was editing and there actually might be a way for us to get in there. So to kick things off, I'm going to jump back in our little scout speeder fella and we're going to go flying. We're on our way to the trader, but I can just see that there's some hired guns over there and I really hope they're going to leave us alone. So as we are coming in to see the dromedary, I believe last time we flew around here and we tried to get into a door. Yeah, we tried to get into that door just in the middle there. But I believe the door for us is actually on the other side. Yeah, so let's see if this door will open up for us. I'm hoping our speed is going to stay there and look at that. It's opened up. And what do we have inside? This is a bit of a guest space, and I can see that there is a message over here. Refugee shuttle disappeared in Sector 17 this morning. Patrol ships are heading. I wonder if it's got anything to do with those pirates that we saw before. I also see this invitation for us to... Nope, that's authorized. But there's this invitation for us to go down here. So let's see what we've got. Cool. Yeah, I feel like we saw this from the outside. Trade terminal. Okay, let's have a look. What would you like to see? Offers. Yes, please. They offer selling cobalt, gold, magnesium. What would I like to see? I would like to see what they acquire. Cobalt, gold, magnesium, platinum, and silicon. No, that's all good. So I don't think there's much for us to trade, but I'm more interested in this news. I think we need to have a look out. There could be a refugee somewhere out there. I'm uncertain though. Yeah, okay. I'm going to jump back in our ship before we run out of juice. Thank you, dromedary. We appreciate you. So I'm having a little bit of a crisis right now. We flew away to find this dromedary trader, which is now drifting off into the distance. But the beacon, the antenna on our base, is not actually turned on. We've made our way home, fantastic, and let's quickly configure that antenna so we don't do this again. Jump in, no new messages, fantastic. Where was it? Antenna. Broadcast radius is only set to 5 kilometers. If we up it to 50 kilometers, we should never lose ourselves again. Bumping it up has higher power output, and we also might attract unwanted attention. But I think that's a risk we're willing to take right now. Speaking of power, what are we looking at? Depleted in 4 hours, depleted in 4 hours. In fact, let's see what we can do about our power right now. I know we have these solar panels here, but yeah, they are hardly covered. Option 1 is we can pull these down and we can put them on maybe some kind of rotating gimbal that always faces the sun, or at least something above the rocks. Option 2 is I know that we have some hydrogen here. Maybe we should be making a hydrogen engine. I think both options are quite feasible, but the quickest is probably the engine. So let's look. When we look at a hydrogen engine, how much is this going to set us back? So a large grid hydrogen engine. So thankfully we already have the small amount of computers required, but we are going to need some motors, steel tubes, and maybe the more concerning one is that power cell. Let's see what it takes to make a power cell. All right, we're back at our desk. Power cells. So production, can we make power cells? It will cost us, let me just clear everything else. It will cost us some silicon and some nickel, which we do not have. All right, maybe it's time for us to find some silicon and nickel. This is kind of that survival loop that we were talking about. We don't have any silicon and nickel on this asteroid, but there are plenty of asteroids near us. I'm wondering if we need to retrofit our scout here to be less of a scout and more of a mining vessel. Man, I'm getting so distracted here. I said we wanted a hydrogen engine, but to get a hydrogen engine, we need a power cell, and to get power cell, we need nickel. To get nickel, I wanted to go explore asteroids, but to explore asteroids, we need to upgrade our scout ship. Such is the cycle of survival. Alright, what do we need to do to upgrade our scout ship? Well, firstly, let's see if we can just repair. Oops, we lost a bit here. And it's got a different paint job. That's alright. We added this ore detector last time. Make sure this ore detector is on. It has a pretty small range, but small grid ore detectors tend to. What we can do is we've got something called radio spectrometry. Oh my goodness. What is it? Basically, it is an app that we can add here. If we go to spectrometry reader, it will help us kind of have a more advanced ore detector. The long story short of how this works is we're looking for these tall spikes. These spikes correspond to markers directly below them, and if you have a good number of the spikes, it will be a strong indicator that a given ore is present in the asteroid. This should have a much larger range than the 600 meters of the ore detector, so in theory we could have spotted this iron without having to fly so close to it. Okay, so we know the base is here. Let us go check out one of the nearby asteroids, and that one looks like a big one for us to try. As we're flying over here, this vulture down below has kind of started speaking to us. I'm a little bit worried that it's rotated to face. I am going to just... Whoa, that is definitely a shot. Oh my goodness. Alright, evasive maneuvers, evasive maneuvers. Alright, it's 4 kilometers behind us right now. I can't tell if it's still moving towards us or not. Okay, so I think we easily outran that vulture. It helps that we were already going at full speed, but it took shots. I think if it tries it again, we might have to go somewhere like that way station to help us out. I've discovered the first class settlers. Lost observer drone. Alright, I'm in 2 minds here. We keep seeing things. This lost observer drone, this maybe is the lost refugees. But if we look in the bottom left, I'm also running out of oxygen. But I think we've got to give this a go. Alright, we are coming in on this. I'm not sure that is anything related to our lost refugees. I have noticed though that that vulture is kind of still making its way towards us. We're also super running low on now energy in the ship as well as some oxygen for myself. So we're going to do a long lap back. Oh man, that vulture is definitely coming towards us. I think we need to make our way to this way station and just hope that they have some energy somewhere for me to park. Okay, there's a second drone coming towards us. This does not bode well. Alright, we are coming in. We're coming in pretty fast, actually. Let's start slowing down. Slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. And let's see what they have that we might be able to... Okay, now oxygen. Oxygen is going down. This is not looking good. They have a connector here, but I don't know if you can just connect up to someone's ship like that. Oh, they have some detailed readouts. Cargo drop-off. Authorized personnel only. Okay. I'm glad we did not connect there. These are some oxygen tanks. Is this back one authorized personnel only as well? Yeah, it looks symmetrical, doesn't it? Okay, grid power's just gone offline. Oxygen is offline. Not sure what we can do right now. Are we doomed to just drift in space? Did they have anything here that I could take advantage of? Denied. Fancy graphics. It does let me in. Access denied. Access denied. I can't sit in any of these seats. Sorry, I'm hustling a little bit because I know our ship is just floating away over there. Oh, This is actually a pressurized room. Oh, we're safe. It's a vent. Okay. Okay. Oxygen sorted. All right. Now where's our little ship gone? There it is. Okay. Let's just sit in this for a moment while we think. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to find a way to get some power onto our little ship here. Now, we could try and build a small battery, but that would require a power cell. I'm hoping maybe...
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, that's really just the cherry on top. Let's just sit here and hope we don't get hit. Wow, okay. Saved by the way station eventually. Oh my gosh! I didn't realize we had solar cells on here. We might actually have saved ourselves. Okay. Let's look. Dampener's back on. If we look at a solar panel, 32, 16. I need small ones, 8. And I think we're in luck. Now we can slap on a huge solar panel. What way is the sun facing? That way. We're going to give ourselves a bit of a dorsal fin. Dorsal fin? What's it called? Like a keel. Keel of a ship. We have power. It's probably going to immediately take us offline, but that's okay. Let me jump in here and turn all the non-essentials off. So off. What is it? I'm even going to turn our thrusters off right now. Just so we can rotate. And hopefully by rotating, we can get some more sun on these grids. Nope, I was hoping to rotate and then we'd, be able to connect there, but I think it was just take it off and put it on again. So we've done that up. We are no longer spinning and we are just straight up charging. Okay, we do not have enough for a second solar panel, but that first one there has probably saved us. Let's just pull this back off. Chuck it all back away. Okay, I've been sitting here just trying to charge, but I'm seeing there is some of these gremlins. But are they incon? And they're clearly hostile. Gremlins is never a fun thing. On the one hand, I feel like I should be moving away from these gremlins, but I also have an idea of maybe using this way station to our advantage again, putting those turrets to good use. I have an idea. Let's see if we can kite these gremlins over towards the station. Let's go see how close I have to get to them. Come here. We got to be ready to turn around in a heartbeat. I don't know if I want to go much closer. Whoop. There we go. Come at me, bro. Time to run home. What? Did that one just blow up? Did they both just blow up? How did they blow up? Still, we're going to see if we can get this gremlin. Come here, big G. Energy suit rapidly depleting. Oh. Oh, they've also got guns.
Energy low.
Energy low. Going back to old mate over here. Are they coming after us? Come on, do it, you coward. Says I, running away. Alright. I'm going to still leave that there to charge, and I'm going to just see if I can get in here and maybe have a sit down. That's all I'm asking for, is just a chair. Alright, back here. Let's see if they had any public seating. Ah, that oxygen. No, the main thing I need is public seating right now. Oh, public seating. Because for some reason when you sit in that, it's going to charge you up. Alas, as I sit here sipping my coffee and stealing someone else's energy, I can see the super gremlin drifts further and further away. Alright, let's go check the scout. See how much it charged, if any. Still says we're somewhat offline. Has the antenna just been draining all the battery? Oh no, we do have movement. So we're going to turn things on a little bit, and I'm just going to start sending us downwards. That was all of our energy, but that's okay. We're just going to start our gentle drift back home. Okay, we should be on a nice drift on the way back home, because you see that blue circle by our home rock? That is kind of indicating the direction that we are going, the direction we're accelerating. And if we look the other way, yeah, the red one is kind of our reverse thruster. But right now, we're just slowly drifting on home. All right, here we go, nice and gentle. I'm sorry that I'm using third person. I try not to use third person while flying. But right now, I want to watch the sun and I want to watch our home base. We are home enough that I'm just going to let that keep doing whatever it's doing. Turn off the thrusters, but we will turn dampeners on because it should stop us rotating at some point. Okay, that whole mission was a bit of a failure. Originally, we wanted to build a hydrogen engine, and the hydrogen engine needed a power cell, and a power cell needed some special ores, and to get those ores, we were going to retrofit our scout, but as we went out there, we ended up getting shot at, and we had to flee and find refuge. But in all of that, I realized maybe the easiest way for us to get those materials is straight up drilling the stone. I totally forgot about this, and I feel so silly. If we grab this stone and we deposit it in, we're going to look at the refinery. This stone produces a small amount of gravel, iron, nickel, and silicon. And what was it that we needed to produce a power cell? Iron, silicon, nickel. So immediately with this, look at that. We've now got enough. So all this kerfuffling about, and I could have just grabbed some stone. Oh well, we live and we learn. So where are we? It is time for us to add some engines. Where do we add the engine? There is only a connector. Oh, there's a connector on the bottom and on the top. This over here is turning into a little bit of our industry. I'm seeing we might be able to attach it on the back here. Let's firstly pull this off. Deposit everything. I'm just going to make a little bit of room. And at the same time, we're just going to deposit all of this stone. Okay, that's looking like just about enough space. Hey presto, look at us. Okay, that's really cool. So it's got all the required pieces, and now let's go check our batteries. And when we look here, fully recharged in 1 hour. Scout battery, fully recharged in 2 hours. Okay, while the base is recharging and our scout is recharging, I want to do just a little bit of the logistics that we need to do at home. I want to build a programmable block, and we're going to just put it maybe in the corner here. And this is going to run one of our main scripts that I put in every base. All right, so the script that we're going to be using is called Izzy's Inventory Manager. Set this bad boy up, and it's going to start organizing all of our containers. What we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that everything has a bit of a name. So this is components. What's it going to call this? Ores, ingots, tools, ammo, bottles. When we go over to our cargo, look at this. Everything all neatly organized in one place. This has inspired me to work on the next part of our power production and setting up that solar array up above, like I said we would. We need to also pull down these solar panels. So let's num them. This one. So now we need to build up a bit of a tower, and I think we can grab a column that is interior. That's expensive. Oh my goodness. I think we're going to use this beam block. 25 steel is about equivalent to one of the regular steel blocks, but it looks cooler. Yep, we're going to build up right here. Fantastic. Now that we've got this super ugly beam up the top, we are looking at placing 2 more critical blocks. So we'll just place this as a base, but then we need to place a rotor, and on top of that, we're going to place a piston. And what this is going to allow us to do is we are going to be able to make a fancy automated solar array that always faces towards the sun. Part of this is going to include a block on top that we can have a camera facing forward. And then out from here is going to be solar panels. Kind of stick with the theme that we had before. So 1, 2, let's see, can we afford 3? I don't know, but let's just start with that. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be our very large solar array. I am just going to make sure that we have, where is it? Rotor lock on, hinge lock on, and that will just stop it flopping about as we construct this. So I'm going to go weld up as much of this as I can, and then I'll show you how we can set it up in the turret controller. Okay, so we managed to get 5 out of the 6 panels, which I'm happy with. I think that is more than we had on the roof there. You saw me mention before that we can do something called a turret controller. And where to put this? You know what? Let's put it up near where we're actually producing things. Hooray! So our custom turret controller. What we're going to need to do is we're going to grab the hinge and we're going to call this solar hinge. And that rotor is going to be called solar rotor. And lastly, camera will be called solar camera. The reason why I've done this is when we want to configure things inside of the custom turret controller, we need to choose an azimuth, an elevation, and a camera. And so for us, the azimuth will be the solar rotor, the elevation will be the solar hinge. We need to also make this always aim at the sun. So we can see, whoa, that's bright. We can see it is now nicely facing the sun. This should be absolute maximum efficiency. As the sun keeps traveling down on its arc, we should follow the sun as well and hopefully not get caught in so much shadow. Okay, now that we have our power hopefully in a more stable position, I am hoping that our little scout is 100% charged. And indeed, you can see at the bottom it says battery 100% charged. Now that we are maybe more capable and able to get out of here, let's turn on our thrusters, let's unlock, and let us turn on our battery. And what I want to do is I finally want to go check out this wheel trader. I gave it some sass last episode, but I think they might be the key to finding our own way back to Earth. Okay, so we're coming up on the wheel trader here. Let's see what they've got. This is a really cool build. Big shout out to the team of modders who make these ships. I can see turrets. Turrets always make me nervous. There was also a comment in the last video to be careful when docking with these types of encounters because it might make them hostile. So I think I'm just going to jump out of the ship and walk my way in. What have we got? Ads, buttons. I like buttons. Hell landing floor? I guess that's controlling this because these are some incredibly large landing pads. You could probably like land and stick the ship and then it would hopefully release you. We do have a bit of an inside. I always get so fascinated with these. Do you think they would mind if we just like had a seat, had a snoop? Let's see what they got. What is this? Heads up. Heads up, a refugee ship Stardust has been lost. Salvage rights are open. Oh no. Reports confirm the refugee transport vessel Stardust has been lost. Given the circumstances and under trader law, any and all remnants of Stardust are now considered valid salvage. Fair warning, it was a pirate job. It's not pretty. Wow, okay. So if we're gonna maybe try and salvage this, we need to go in prepared. Okay, so they're just posting this, that it's available to everybody? Is this a bit of a race to get there then? This is not an official endorsement, just information. Sure. You know exactly what you're doing. Alright, let's grab this and we're gonna go check it out. I was thinking about it as I was flying over here. I don't think we actually have the ability to equip many weapons on our little scout. But what we probably can do is if we look at our production, are these two pistols the same? Uses S10. Pistol magazine uses S28 and we're making S10. All right. So I guess we're using the S10. Let's grab a bit more ammo than that. So I also read a comment that we should probably add some cargo somewhere on the scout. I'm just going to get a medium cargo container, shove it underneath. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to work for now. Okie dokie. So it's built. It's not all the way up, but it's good enough. I think we need to just get going. So we're going to unlock, fly away, and I'm seeing a lot of, what is this? Strike Claw Fighter Mark II. Thankfully it's in the other direction. I don't really know where to look for this. Can I see a bit of light? Is that one of those lens flares? Just to the right of that big asteroid at the back with the GPS, it looks like there's a lens flare. I don't know if I'm going crazy or I'm looking at the skybox, but I'm going to aim just about there. Yeah, no, let's continue around. Don't know what we're looking for, but I'm guessing that, okay, no, it's straight on the GPS. I think from here we should probably go on foot, just because I'm a little bit worried what we might find down there. I don't know if there's live turrets, I don't know if there's people. Let's go in and see what there is. Doo-doo, doo-doo. What is that? What is that? I think they're just shooting at the ship. Ooh, ooh, jeez. Okay. I need to find some cover. I don't know. What am I hitting? Jeez. They're a good shot. Oh, I can look down scopes. I didn't realize. No, I just don't have range here. Oh, actually, what is it? It went red when I hit. You know what? Let's reload. Let's just go for it. Going in. Oh, this person's actually down. Oh, I got him. Do they have anything? That's a much better rifle. We're going to grab this immediately. Oh, okay. So this person, where is... Okay. I almost rather without looking down the... Oh, I should be looking down the sides. Why would I decide to stop? I gotta find out where they're coming from. I probably shouldn't put away my... Where are they coming from? How many are there? Oh god, my heart is racing. Health very low, 26%. 25%. Nice. I gotta stop wherever they're spawning from, or I gotta find somewhere to heal. Random buttons. No, that's not useful. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus up here. Is this an armory? Does this have anything? No. That is the worst time to find an empty armory. What is it? Desk, desk, bed, bed, spawner, okay. That is gone. I don't know if that was it, but that sounds like a story mechanic. And I've gotten rid of it. Cool, now that we've taken out this spawner, I guess this ship is ours for salvage rights. I don't really know what that is going to mean for us.
Unauthorized access detected. This vessel will now be purged. Please remain seated. 60 seconds.
Okay, I'm not sure what to do here. Let's see what we can get out of here. An empty oxygen bottle, that's not useful. I'd empty a large cargo container. Can we take from here? No. I'm pretty sure I saw it. I found the rest of the crew. It's time for us to run. Time for us to run. I'm pretty sure I saw the large cargo container. Yeah, okay. So, I want the tubes. No room for rockets. What is this? Get rid of the pistol. What else do... I guess the tubes go, and we get to keep this thing. It's time for us to get out of here. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with this place now. Whoa! Okay. I guess we're not going there anymore. I'm really glad we got out of there. Rest in peace, Stardust. Rest in peace. Where is home? Compact antenna for the H-node depot. Alright, let's get home. I'll see you there in a moment. Yeah, we've made it home in one piece, and let's just park ourselves up here. We didn't end up using this cargo, but I think we will do a bit of a makeover of the ship so we can use this in the future. But the thing I was most interested about was this repair bot material, this note here. Let's have a sit down and read what this note is. To Commander Ava Rostova, Project Chimera Robotics Division. I need to talk about Unit 734. I know you said it cuts into our fundings, and I know you listed it for combat trial, but I may have repurposed it, unauthorized. It's been autonomously identifying and fixing minor equipment issues, optimizing our energy systems, and perfectly reorganizing our chemical stores. What is this? Please, Ava, reconsider decommissioning it. Its current utility far outweighs its original destructive purpose. Let's try and do something good with the research we have done. Dr. Aris Thorne, Section 7 Research Labs. Okay, so let's have a look. It's this thing, this repair bot material. Let me just look at the ship's networks and see if there's any information about it. So it looks like we're going to need to build something called the Robo Factory. And what's it going to take? Okay, it has some conveyor ports on it. I think we maybe look at building this outside. I can see a conveyor port there and it seems like a pretty good candidate. We could build it here, but I think the window is in the way. So I'm going to take this off. And what does it look like? All right, let's weld it up. Amazing. Now that we have this little factory thing, let me try and insert this robot chip and see what we get. Whoa. Okay. Sorry about the flashing lights. So it's building this little help, but it's got a little welding torch. Where's it going? Where's it going? Hello. Okay, it is immediately set about going to work and it's helping build up part of the base. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so this Unit 734, I believe that's what it was called. Let's see, inventory. Yes, Unit 734 is starting to help repair and look after our base. That's incredible. Oh no, I'm really happy with that. Just before we wrap up the episode, I've got one last thing, and that is to properly name the scout ship we have. A couple of ideas for what we should name our scout over here, and the one that stuck out to me the most was golf cart. To make it a little bit closer to that golf cart look right now, I'm going to keep this solar panel on it, but we're going to move it on top. If we add just a couple pillars on either side here, the goal is then to put the solar panel on top. It's not a very efficient place for the solar panel, but boys are going to make it look like a golf cart. I guess my only concern is these thrusters are in danger of burning the solar panel, but we can work that out later. If we just weld up the last of these columns, I'm not worried about all the materials, I just want to see what it looks like. There you go, it's a bit of a golf cart. Alright, as we watch Unit 734 repair in the background, we've done a lot this episode and I think it's about ready for us to wrap up. The start of the episode was a bit rough. We were struggling to... Oh, look, a meteor storm. The start of the episode was a bit rough. We were struggling to kind of find our feet, get some energy, and then we got chased around the system a little bit. But we are home, we're happy, and I think we've got a little helper with us. The unit came out as Unit 734. I think we can do a bit better than the military designation that it's been given, and so my homework to all of you is come up with a name for our unit. Alright, we definitely need to wrap up the episode now. Thank you very much everybody, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye!